Hello everyone, welcome back to Germany Dreams. Today we have a very special guest, Sachin Bharadwaj, who is currently a Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter at the Universität der Bundeswehr Hamburg. Sachin has an impressive background in computational engineering, artificial intelligence, thermal management of electronics, and he has worked on cutting edge research in both Germany and India. In this podcast, we will talk about his journey as an international researcher, his experiences adapting to life in Germany, and his insights on studying, working, growing in the field of computational sciences. Whether you are a student, researcher, or just curious about life in Germany, this conversation will give you real and actionable insights. Let's dive in. Can you like briefly introduce yourself? What inspired you to pursue computational engineering and in the AI driven research?
Okay, okay. Hello everyone. So it was really very happy to meet with my friend Vamsi, and today to be starting this interview. It feels very surreal. And so basically, I did my bachelor's in mechanical engineering from India in Bangalore. Um, uh, so it was in PS University. So here during my bachelor thesis, I did a project on finite element analysis and combining AI with FEA. And I also had the privilege of working with a professor from IIT Madras. So all these things gave me the motivation to come pursue my master's in computational engineering. So first-hand experience with finite element analysis in AI, even during bachelor's itself. So this motivated me to do something in computational engineering. And during this project, I felt like I had good interest in mathematics and then physics, and I loved working with these technologies. So that was one of the main motivation to doing computational science. But when I started my bachelor's, I was like confused, like, should I do in robotics or automotive engineering? Because I was also doing formula student. And
Oh,
then the automotive engineering was the one thing. And then robotics, everybody started speaking about robotics automation during that time. So
mhm.
even that was one of the prime branches.
You said you joined in a Formula Student team. What's your role
Yeah,
in your Formula Student team?
in Formula Student, first year, like I was working in all the domains, like learning about aerodynamics and then learning about brakes, suspensions, everything. But later, during my second year, like I went into brakes, design of
Ah.
brakes, and then all those things.
Oh,
So,
so first year
mm,
they made you to read the rule
yeah,
book. Actually, Formula
yeah,
Bharat
yeah,
rule
yeah,
book. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
even I did
Formula.
the same. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So
and
first year it was, yeah,
you also mentioned you have a collaboration with the IIT professor. Like,
yeah.
how did you got that?
That was because in my university, professor, he was a ex-professor at IIT Madras. So after retirement, he was serving as a guest professor in my university. Because he was supervising two PhD candidates from my university in Bangalore. Uh, so, so that is how, and he also was basically from Bangalore. So he was at my university as a guest professor. And while he was guiding PhD students, the PhD students were basically professors in my university. So,
Okay.
so
So
those,
university means you're
yeah,
talking about your bachelor's university.
yeah.
Ah,
It's a
okay,
private
okay,
university. Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay. I understand. Yeah.
yeah. TS University it's called. So it's
It,
a private university. So
and
yeah.
initially, like you mentioned FEA and all those things, like, but what
Mhm.
exactly it motivated
Mhm.
you to focus on thermal management and cooling
Mhm.
systems, like for these things?
Yeah, because the professor, before that, I had very little experience with thermodynamics and heat transfer. I was always scared about it because all equations and then very tough maths, everything. But the IIT professor, he was a very big name in heat transfer and then fluid mechanics. Uh,
Mhm.
so, so he has already also written books on using finite element analysis for heat and fluid flow.
Okay.
So usually basically FEA is used for structural analysis, but
Yeah.
he has used it for heat and fluid flow and also developed softwares. And he was also in collaboration with Intel and other electronics companies.
Oh, nice.
So that was one motivation, and he was really he used to call us to his house. Me
Mm-hmm.
and my friend, we did together a project, the thesis project. So he used to call us to his house, and he used to explain everything, all the formulas and discretizations, everything like a home tutor, like a very
Oh,
friendly person. Like even though he was a very big name, but he was very. I have to mention his name also. So he was like Professor K. N. Sitaramu. He was also basically a Telugu person.
oh,
But he was in Bangalore. So like
okay.
due to work, like he studied in IISc Bangalore, and then later he became a professor in IIT Madras. So, but
Uh,
unfortunately, he's no more. Like in 2022, he
oh,
passed away.
oh, sad to
So.
hear. Yeah, yeah.
mm,
So coming to
yeah,
the current work, what you're doing, it's called like Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter. Is it right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So in Bundeswehr Hamburg. So
yeah.
can you tell like briefly tell like what currently you are working on at the moment?
Yeah, now currently in my project, I am working as a Wissenschaftlicher Mitarbeiter at Helmut-Schmidt-Universität, their Bundeswehr. So it's there are two universities in Germany which is focused on defense, training defense candidates and research towards defense. So one is in Munich and the other is in Hamburg. So here in Hamburg, like there is a lot of research happening with high performance computing and fluid mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
So my project is basically combining CFD and discrete element method. Fluid mechanics considers fluid as a continuum, and discrete element method, it considers fluids as particles. So combining these two as a continuum and particles,
Yeah,
how do we simulate the deagglomeration process? Deagglomeration is like there are like lot of particles coming together, like um, some dust particles, or like some tablet
yeah.
drugs,
Mm-hmm.
which are like tablets. And then there are a lot of agglomerates in the environment, even in climate modeling, everything. So how do they break up when it is subjected to fluid flow? So it's a very compute intensive to simulate. It's very hard to simulate because
Okay.
it will take a lot of computational resources and months
Mm-hmm.
of simulation time. So how
Oh.
to use AI to reduce the simulation time and also capture very good results. So that is the main motivation of my project. So.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting actually. So, but like,
Mhm.
so as you said, you are introducing like using the AI, but what
Mhm.
parameters are you mainly focusing on in your project?
Currently, there are to simulate these agglomerates, there are a lot of mathematical constants and lot of input factors
Mm-hmm.
which are there. Um, Basically agglomerate is some people consider agglomerate as a spherical molecule, but in reality it won't be spherical. It will be some fractal dimension. They say there is a fractal dimension to it. So when fractal dimension is 3, it becomes spherical. When fractal dimension is somewhere between 0 to 3, it becomes other shapes.
Okay.
So like with different topologies, how do we analyze the drag forces, lift forces? It becomes very hard problem. But with data intensive, data driven methods like AI coming up nowadays,
Yeah, yeah.
so it is easy to interpolate between these topologies and simulate
Oh,
these
okay.
particles. So.
Yeah, that's really interesting and actually challenging. Yeah. And coming to the like
Mhm.
actual academic experience
Mhm.
in the Germany, like what has
Mhm.
been your experience at FAU Erlangen?
Mhm.
And like, so how did you struggle in the beginning? And also you
Mhm.
got into the heavy job and you did the one heavy job for your entire course. Even we
Yeah, yeah.
changed like many companies, but you are like
Mhm.
very stable. Like, how did you manage
Mhm.
to be in the same position and like what are the
Mhm.
challenges you faced in during your course?
Yeah, yeah. So basically, when I started my course, like Here, since the course in computational engineering at FAU, it's handled by the informatic, which is the computer science department.
Okay.
So they see all the problems in terms of software and then mathematics. They take a little different perspective because I was a mechanical engineer and then I was less concerned with coding like I had. So I was always sticking on to maths, physics. That was my main motivation. But here, how do you use like CUDA programming, MPI, OpenMP? Like that was the perspective which we got here in this course. So that was really a very challenging when I started because it was so much into software, so much into coding. So that was my biggest challenge. But once I started taking one course after the other course, so then I also became conversant with programming, and it became a part of my life. Then onwards, like I could take advanced courses. Like when I started with from fluid mechanics, then went into AI, like deep learning, then
Yeah.
even GPU programming and
Yes.
so on.
Yeah.
So that was really the computational science engineering. I really highly recommend. It's a very great course, and we have a lot of options, and
Very
even you would
flexible
also
actually.
agree. Yeah, it's very flexible actually. So we have a lot of options to more than I think 150 to 200 courses. Like there are options to choose
Yeah.
from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though we have to do from mathematics, CS, and physics.
Tough.
Like
Yeah.
other than that. But we can choose our own courses and then
Yes. 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 Yes.
whichever
Yeah.
domain we want to pursue further, like we can do. And related
Actually.
to EV, yeah, like that was one great opportunity which came up actually. Like I always wanted something in fluid mechanics and AI, so I was really very specific.
Mhm.
So then I approached my professor, and luckily, like there was my professor, a new professor from he started as a head of the department in my department. So he
Okay.
came from KTS Stockholm. So he was looking for a student research assistant during that time because
Mm-hmm.
um, to work on one of his EU projects. So then I approached him, and it became like a very coincidental. And then I could get the project, and then I started working. And initially, it was really challenging because like it involved a lot of like I had to learn Fortran programming and
Okay.
also like Python, also like combining CFD with AI, and that too it was reinforcement learning. So
Oh.
reinforcement learning, like we do not prepare data sets,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to have simulation and machine learning happening in parallel. Both should happen in parallel. So that was also really challenging during that time. But somehow, like during my HEB, I started learning about it and then built a very good project out of it. And then later also continued as a master thesis also.
Oh.
So that
So
was,
it was like continuous work
yeah,
with
yeah, it
your
was,
professor. Yeah, that's
yeah, it was
really
a
nice. Yeah.
continuous, it
Uh,
was, yeah.
And is German required for your HEV or it's completely in
Mhm.
English?
No, it was not required because it was very international. Because the Department of Fluid Mechanics, they take the courses in English in FAU.
Okay.
So the professors are like they teach in English and also they converse with us in English. But they are also open to like we suppose we want to improve our German skills, then I could also. But I spoke very less in German. But
Uh,
there are other colleagues from also in India from India who are pursuing their PhD. They constantly speak in German and they have improved a lot and they can give presentations and everything in German. So
oh,
yeah, that would also be that's a good time to experiment your German also. So
yeah,
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 that
yeah, exactly.
also
So how many
yeah.
subjects have you like did in your course? Like
Mhm.
in computational engineering courses, like out of
Yeah.
all those, like what is
Mhm.
the toughest course you feel? I mean, if you
Mhm.
ask
Yeah.
me also, like I say
Yeah.
like no course is tough, like it's now
Mhm.
I feel like it's easy, but in the initial
Yeah.
days I really faced very difficulty. But like according
Correct.
to you,
Correct.
which subject do you feel it's very tough?
Correct, correct. Yeah, for me, I think I took a deep learning course in the first semester. So I thought like I had previously used deep learning, but like I was using all PyTorch and then all these libraries which we do not need to code a lot. Like, but here in deep learning course, we had to just use NumPy library to do
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. Other
So that
libraries we
yeah,
should
other
not use
we
for the
should not
assignments.
use. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that was very challenging, and we could also learn a lot of. I think you will also agree with me. So it is.
Yeah, yeah. And also we need to explain the problems to
Yeah.
them, like after
Also
doing the assignments.
explain
Yeah,
after doing the assignment, like the tutor used to ask us questions,
yeah,
how you did this, how did you use this formula,
yeah,
like how did you arrive at this? So that was also like,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
It's really.
great.
And what about in mathematics and in your TAF?
In my TAF, like all the courses were really amazing. Like the CFD course, like it is very well structured, like very application oriented, and even the projects were also like very good,
Mm-hmm.
very well chosen topics. And there was also a course on physics of turbulence modeling, which is handled by a retired professor. So like even he has a very great knowledge in experimental fluid mechanics, and it was like a really great course.
Mm-hmm.
And I took very less from my TAF. I just did three courses from my TAF. But from mathematics, like how I did this, like I did a double degree program. So there also I did some
Oh,
mathematics courses, and in FAU also I did some courses.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but in FAU, like we had to take Funcan and
Yeah.
optimization.
Opti, yes, yes, yes.
So Funcan was the toughest one.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So you say functional analysis is the toughest in mathematics,
yeah,
and in CFD
yeah,
you
yeah,
feel every subject is good and very well structured.
yeah.
Yeah.
Very well structured and very good
And
courses.
and why did you plan to do double masters and that too in Switzerland? Like, though it is
Mhm.
like so expensive, and did you
Mhm.
thought this before going to Switzerland? And I know
Mhm.
that you became like so thin after going there. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, like when I was applying from India, like I had like computational science. I applied for three universities. One was TU Braunschweig, another one was TU Munich, and
Hmm.
then third one was FAU. FAU I applied because there was also an option of a double degree with University at Lugano.
Yeah.
So I had to make two applications, like one to Lugano and also to FAU. During my first application itself, like I had done to both. But I couldn't receive admission from TUM, but I received from Braunschweig and FAU. Uh, but finally, FAU and Uzi, like I searched about it, like they had a very good collaboration. Like they also had like 5, 6 batches, outgoing batches, who had done this double degree program. So then I chose the double degree over Braunschweig. So then after coming here, like I got to know that there is also Erasmus scholarship which is given when I'm in Lugano. So they give about 650 Swiss francs
Okay.
in order to because there is no tuition fees for German people who are going from Germany. So
Yeah.
I need not have to pay any tuition fees there.
Mhm.
But the tuition fees there is really expensive. I think it's per semester. It is, I think, 4,000 francs or something. Like
Ah,
it's one of the costliest. I think Zurich, ETH Zurich only, like they take 850 or 900.
yeah,
But
Lugano is more
Lugano is a
expensive.
very new university, and they charge very high tuition fees. But with support of Erasmus program, like and also no tuition fees, it was
You
basically
survived.
good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
going there. So
yeah.
yeah.
And you did some work. I mean, you did job in India and here in
Mhm.
Germany. Like,
Yeah,
how do German research labs like differ from what you have experienced in India?
yeah. Yeah, in India, for example, I was also working at my university in India, like a collaborative project with a company. So there, we were the first people to start that project. So we were in our university, that was the first project happening of that kind. But in
Okay.
Germany, they have been doing this over years and years. So like they have accumulated a lot of research experience, and they if they are working in a particular domain, the people who graduate now from masters or PhD, the next person who comes up, he takes from there and then continues with that project. So that has become like a legacy over a lot of years. So
Okay.
that we do not see, like maybe in IIScs or IITs, maybe we see that
Yeah, yeah.
so much of research, and which is continuing over the generations and over years. But here in Germany, each institute like functions like a research company basically. So
Mm-hmm.
they have a lot of ongoing projects, and they'll also be writing new proposals, and then there'll be somebody or the other working in different fields in that domain. Like if we have like just consider fluid mechanics, they'll be working in all different directions in fluid mechanics.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
so so that is really fascinating, I
Uh-huh.
would say. So that is
Okay.
one difference. Maybe in India also now it is coming up, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but it should for the future it should become more. It should not be just concentrated to IITs and IIScs. Like it should also come to other universities
Private
also.
universities. Yeah, yeah. I mean, actually, to me, like in the FAU, it is like
Mhm.
completely strange to me that we have to select the subjects and we
Yeah,
have to
yeah,
do the. In my university, it
yeah,
was like completely structured. So
yeah,
they will
yeah,
tell
yeah,
you, okay, you have to do these
yeah,
subjects in first semester and
yeah,
second
yeah,
semester
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
But I used to feel in India, like only the formula student team, like they used to take, we used to have our own decision. Like we used to, like people used to join formula student because it is not structured, and then it is
flexible. Yeah.
basically unstructured, like you take your own decisions. But here in Germany, like even there is a freedom to do everything, but you
Mm,
cannot, you should be responsible for your work. You cannot be like going outside your domain. But at least when there is a project, you have the complete freedom to explore all the possibilities.
yes,
So
yes,
that is
yes. Yeah,
one
yeah.
nice
And
thing.
you started as like mechanical engineering at PES University. And do you
Yeah.
have any programming
Mhm.
language experience in before
Mhm.
coming to Germany?
Uh, yeah, I was basically working with MATLAB, mostly programming with MATLAB and little Python also.
Okay.
But yeah, like C plus, like we had a course on C programming and Python programming, but like only during the first year. But later on for my thesis, like I used MATLAB, so I was good in MATLAB. But after
Okay.
coming here, in Germany, after doing the course, like I had to learn C,
Yeah,
Fortran, like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Python, MATLAB, like all, like even I think Julia also, like some people would have used maybe like, but
Yeah.
like a lot of new languages to learn
Yes,
here.
yes. And looking back, what was the
Mhm.
single decision that changed your career path the most?
I won't say like one single decision, but it's
Okay.
like a cumulative decisions. Like every step I took positively, and then kept the next step. So like if I had not taken the previous step properly, and if I was not satisfied, maybe I wouldn't have gone to the next step. So I would say like every previous step was a motivated me to do the next. So in my life, like I always feel like today is the best. Like do as much as possible to the today, be make it the best, but don't think too much about tomorrow. But when tomorrow comes, make that tomorrow the best. So
Oh,
that is the philosophy. But yeah, but I wouldn't say like one particular moment, but every moment has added to where I am now. So.
oh, nice, nice. And yeah, that's really interesting actually. And what made you to choose like Germany? I mean, like why not
Mhm.
US or UK like for
Yeah.
research activities? Like why only Germany?
Why Germany? Like because one motivation for me was like I did internships in like Continental and Bosch,
Mm-hmm.
and my father was also working in Bosch.
Oh,
So he also was telling me like you have to. It's a good to study in Germany, but but he did not motivate me so much. But his friends, like I was in touch, his colleagues and friends, so they also said Germany is a good place, and some people also had done their masters very long back. And then during my internship also, like in Continental Bosch, like I used to speak with other colleagues who did their masters and some short programs in Germany, and they also were in Germany working, and they used to share their experiences. So that was really
Okay.
fascinating to pursue my
Oh,
masters. So
so basically you heard from others and who are
yeah,
already
yeah,
in Germany. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. In Germany, yeah.
And so for someone who is not from a research background, like what
Mhm.
exactly happens in a typical research day in Germany? I mean, basically in your
Mhm.
current job.
Yeah, current. I think every day will be like a new day.
Oh,
Because currently, because of my previous experience, I would say like we have to be constantly updated with what is happening in the research domain. So are
yes.
they publishing new papers? Or are there any improvements being done to the technology that I am working? So I have to be always well updated with what is happening. So I should be going through Google Scholar or other websites to just keep myself updated with what is happening. So that is one thing. And apart from this, I should also be developing my project. Like over months or over the years, like it's a very long process. It's just not like just a short program like 1 month or 2 months. Like I should keep on working at it, and if there was any fault which had happened like 6 months back, so I should also remember that was the reason for today's failure. So like
Oh,
I should be understanding what, because I am the sole person who is responsible for the entire module I'm developing.
oh,
So
nice.
yeah, so that
So,
that there is a very independent work is there, and then yes, there will be colleagues also like who will be working on similar things. We
mhm.
can discuss. They also help us in troubleshooting these problems, everything. But for us, like as researchers, we should be well aware of what is happening like over the years, and everything should be properly documented and properly presentable always. So that is one of the biggest challenge in research. Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
so basically you're telling that it should be like you have to update every time yourself,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
every
yeah.
time you should
Update, yeah,
upgrade. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And even
And
nowadays, all these AI tools are also coming. How we can use it to in order to make our work faster, or maybe like do much more work in the same amount of time. Like
mm,
so, in order to do much better visualizations, or like how we can improve our work and how we can make it more presentable to public. Like so, those things we can also
uh,
develop. So
so
yeah.
yeah, and many students
Mhm.
think that research is only doing the theory and studying and all these things, and
Mhm.
no fun in your work environment. Like, is it really
Mhm.
like that, or like, do you also have
Mhm.
some team development programs, or like some
Yeah.
meetings and chilling time? Do you have those things?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We also like every day, like we all like not every day, maybe like every day we also go on like lunch meetings, like where we discuss like what is generally happening with everyone, and then we also have our time with the professor. Then we also sit, and we can also discuss with them in depth what is happening, and the professor also will be very much interested and concerned with what is happening, and he will also give very good inputs. And the how much we maximize our time with professor, that much benefit we get. So like how much we get closer to professor and also the team, so that much we also benefit. So it is like we how much we contribute, we get so much back. So
Okay,
that is
so
the
it's like
thing.
two-way data transferring. Nice,
Totally
nice.
right.
Yeah.
And apart from this, there is also like sports activities happening, like people like play badminton and then
Yeah,
ping
yeah.
pong. Like
Yeah, I've
so
seen the status. Yeah.
nowadays, like I also after my work, like I rewind myself in badminton and two to three times per week, and that also gives me good motivation for the next day. So.
Oh, nice, nice. And you have published your research paper on like thermal management and cooling systems. I mean,
Mhm.
like, what is the process of publishing a research paper in Germany?
Mhm. Okay. In Germany, like compared to India, like when a particular project is being handled at the university, they have a budget for attending to conferences and also publishing in journals. So one is the conference paper and the other is the journal paper. So conference paper, like there are multiple conferences happening throughout the year.
Yeah.
So basically, we can select which conference we would be interesting for our project and then apply to those conferences. And during these conferences, there are like two modes usually. Like one is poster presentation, and
Mhm.
other is a oral presentation. Like they actually basically the committee will decide whether we have to do a poster presentation or a oral presentation. So once
Okay.
it is decided, like we have to go to the conference and give the presentations, and later our paper will be published as a proceedings. It is a book basically which is published at the end of the conference, and
Mm.
one of the chapters will be our chapter. But here in conference paper, like the paper will be very short, like it should be like 7 to 8 pages max. It can't go very big. It should be a very small study. So basically we can do small studies and like present in 2 3 conferences, and that is one thing. And other one is the journal thing, like where we have to do in-depth analysis, and then the length of the paper can be more than 20 pages. So we
Oh,
can do in-depth analysis, and then many graphs, visualizations, all types of studies we can do. And then we can apply to good journal, very prominent journals in our domain. So this is one of the two modes which is happening here in Germany. So.
okay, okay. That's interesting actually. And is it really tough to publish a paper in Germany, or like what is like
Mhm.
what do you feel?
Mhm. Usually, like what I have observed is in India, like they push us to do like whatever we do, like they push us to do a paper. Like even I at least it should be like a good level. But in Germany, they it should be of the very highest quality. So yeah, so they give very high preference to the quality of work. So it becomes like once you have done a very big project, like very with lot of results, and like once you have studied like a big chunk of that project, then only they will ask you to publish a paper. So like with
Okay.
very preliminary studies, like they won't agree
Yeah.
to publish anything. Like
Y- y-
so it's papers coming from Germany, like it will take minimum time, like not even first year it can't happen, at least like after first year, 1 year of study, then maybe like
Yeah,
we
and
can.
also German research papers have some very good prestige and they take it very
Yeah, yeah,
seriously
yeah.
that
They all.
and no
Yeah,
mistake should be there. And you are telling me
yeah,
that when you make any slides, no mistake
yeah,
and it
yeah.
has to be like very
True, true,
point to
true.
point. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything. They stress a lot on quality all the time. So.
Y- And you are currently working as a like Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter in Germany. Like,
Mhm.
so what do you think? Like doing Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter can lead to a like PhD tag in your career,
Mhm.
or like what does this role exactly?
This role by default, like it doesn't have a PhD degree. Like you can just work as a VEMA, like in this project. But it is, if we want to if we are motivated to submit the dissertation, then it's also possible to do
Get
a
a tag.
PhD. So,
O-
but it's not
Okay.
a default by this job description. Like it is just a normal job like any research job. So,
Okay.
um,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, like I would like to present my thesis as a dissertation. So
So,
yeah,
so
so
you are
it's
going to be become like Dr. Sachin Bharadwaj,
yeah,
Manjunath. Nice.
hopefully.
And how important is like German language for researchers in Germany?
Yeah, this is really important because it depends like where I'm working currently. Like the environment is like everybody is German, and then but speaking in German would be nice to get in touch with other colleagues. And yeah, but they do also speak in English. But every day-to-day conversations, everything happen in German, and it's better to start speaking in German and then get to know also improve our German and then be good at it. But even English is also needed, because when we want to present in a conference or in a German a journal paper, like the medium of languages is always English. So there again English has to come. So yeah, like German within the team, like
for
speaking, and
general
then
conversation
for
and
general
yeah, day to day.
conversations, and maybe old documents, some if you want to study, or some books which are also in German. Like if we are very good in German, like we can also study those books or textbooks from Germany, which are
Okay.
written by German authors. Yeah, maybe, but currently I'm not in a position to do that. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, but
What
yeah,
level
but
are you
both are
in?
needed.
What level
Sorry,
are you in German
I'm
language?
currently in B1 level.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
B1
Okay.
level. So,
How did you got into this Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter? Like, how did you got, like, how many applications did you applied?
mm, I applied like 3, 4 applications I did in this domain.
Uh-huh.
So I was basically looking for any Wissenschaftliche Mitarbeiter, or like a PhD sponsored by a company, or something like in this domain. Into the company, like I did like 2, 3 applications. One was like processing, and then later I got this, and then so yeah, very less applications I did, like because I
Oh,
knew like which domain I want to choose, and I used to apply only to that particular thing. So like random applications I never sent. So yeah, so
so you're very
yeah,
selective and you did like very
yeah,
quality
yeah,
application. And
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
okay. I mean, like I hear
Mhm,
that people applying like so many applications and then they landed in
mhm,
one job, but you're like so
mhm.
selective and very quality applications.
Yeah,
Like,
selective, and also I discussed with my colleagues in LSTM in FAU,
mm-hmm.
the fluid mechanics department. They also suggested a few things. To them only I applied, and these were some of from what they told me, from their suggestions. I did these applications. So
Ah,
that was also really helpful for me.
okay. So,
Yeah,
and during the masters
yeah.
of your computational degree in FAU
Mhm.
Erlangen, like
Mhm.
what are the things are really important to do? I
Mhm.
mean, what do you
Mhm.
tell to the viewers
Mhm. Like important in the sense during the
during course or like any
Mhm.
advices for the upcoming
Okay,
students?
okay. Yeah, like because one thing I would say is the masters in Germany is a little harder when compared to other countries, because they are application oriented, but they are also like theoretical, and they also, you suppose you are studying in a research university, then they stress a lot on mathematics and then programming, and it will be a really challenging task, and the projects will be completely challenging. And then we have to also balance our study life with also our part-time jobs, whatever we are doing. So and also we have to keep time for ourselves. So time management, that is also very important to learn. And then and apart from that, we should also build a social network. And one of the thing is
Yeah,
like you also started a very great group in FAU, like Telugu Association of
yeah,
Erlangen.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that is also really good to connect with others, and also learn about opportunities, and also have a very fun time also together.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
so that was,
Like
yeah,
some
yeah.
connections and building some like
Yeah, yeah,
network.
that was
Yeah,
also
yeah.
there, and then and that should also continue. Like our juniors also, they should come and take up the responsibility and then continue it. So that is what is missing, I think. Like in India, like we just do, like one person does, and then it's just stopped. Like even in research, like somebody does and then it's stopped. But continues it and who sustains it? That is really the challenge. Yeah,
Matters.
that is there. So,
Okay.
of course,
Yeah, if
yeah.
a student watching this podcast and wants to follow a similar
Mhm.
path as yours,
Mhm.
so
Mhm.
what would be the
Okay.
first step they should
Mhm.
follow? I mean, they should do.
Mhm. Suppose they are in India right now, and then they
Yes,
want to.
yes, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So basically, they have to score well in their studies. So that is one important thing I think to apply to Germany. So they have to have a very good GPA and also do German as much as possible to how many levels as possible because that will open a lot of doors after coming here. So you can apply to various roles and then various much more job openings. So that would be helpful, and then also have a complete open mind and embrace the change.
Oh,
So that would also be helpful, I think. Thank you
and
so
still
much
anything,
for
still anything you want to tell? You want to give
yeah,
any?
like yeah, because when I was in India, I just dreamt about coming here, but I did not know any challenges that I would face here. Just I came that I will just study and then just get some job and then just be there. But after coming here, every day, day to day, I started exploring, and then it has come to this position. So. I'm always thankful to God and also to my parents and family and also to all my friends. So yeah, it's a very good journey, and even people who are dreaming about it, keep on dreaming and then work towards your goals. You will finally always succeed. So always
Oh,
trust in your family and God. So yeah,
wow, that's fantastic. And I have one last question, Sachin. Like
yeah.
any surprising or like funny moments you have experienced while studying or like
Mhm.
working here in Germany?
Oh yeah, so many experiences. We used to study a lot during the exam when it is approaching, and also the SIP pool, which is the
Yeah,
computer
yeah.
rooms. We used to be very late nights, like sometimes 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. It has happened, and we used to have a lot of fun. We used to exchange other people's notes, like everything, and then we used to converse, and then also watch. Some YouTube videos or
Yeah,
something, then again go back to studies. Like we used to, yeah, chat about everything, and then we used to also arrange a lot of trips also. And you also visited us in
yeah,
Lugano when we
yeah,
were
yeah,
there, so we also had a very nice time. We enjoyed it, and yeah, like it has been a wonderful journey so
yeah.
far.
And hiking and all those things, some
Yeah,
trips.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
hiking and then eating out, like everything, cooking together, also arranging birthdays, parties, and then
Yeah,
arranging these events, and then preparing for the events, and everything. Like we have had fun in all the stages. So
yeah. Okay, okay, Sachin, and thank you so much, Sachin, like for joining us today and for your time. And I'm sure that this conversation will useful someone in the future and who are planning to come to Germany. And
yeah,
I
uh,
hope like our audience learned something new today
yeah.
and it really helpful to them.
Yeah, thank you
And
very
yeah,
much for
thank
hosting
you,
this.
Sachin.
I
Yeah.
I was really I was really nervous when I started this, like whether I will be able to do this.
Oh,
This is the first time I am doing something of this
oh.
kind. So but you are very calm, and you made me feel at home. So it was really a nice conversation, and hope people will benefit from this.
Yeah,
So
yeah, 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 Sachin. Yeah, thanks a
yeah,
lot.
thank you then.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
Sachin.
have a nice day then.
Yeah, bye.